Well, first up this evening, as Priyanka Gandhi Vadra's campaign for Wayanad comes into focus, Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, in a Facebook post, has accused the Congress of contesting in Wayanad with the support of the controversial Jamaat-e-Islami. He also accused the BJP of taking the Jamaat support in Jammu and Kashmir. While political influence and support of the Jamaat is a widely known fact in Kerala and the organization is not proscribed, the Chief Minister's direct attack on Priyanka Gandhi gains political significance. In his aggressive post on Facebook, Pinarayi Vijayan claimed, and I quote, that the Wayanad contest exposed the Congress's secular mask and alleged that Priyanka Gandhi is being backed by the Jamaat. He further asks if the Jamaat's ideology aligns with democratic views and asks if the Congress can reject the Jamaat votes. He also accused the BJP of having an understanding with the organization's Jammu and Kashmir unit. The Congress's Deputy Chief Minister in Karnataka, D.K. Shiv Kumar, hit back at Pinarayi Vijayan for his allegations.
You can't comment on such things. She's a national leader. Voters are different. Anyone who want to desire to vote can vote to any individual. Congress party believes in taking every section of the society. But I do not know much about that, whatever the Kerala CM is quoting. Kerala CM is afraid of losing his election in a very big way. That is why he is commenting. The entire state and the Wayanad people are appreciating the stand of Srimati Priyanka Gandhi. That is why they are jealous of her.
Well, so what's the politics behind Pinarayi Vijayan's allegation, and does it reveal the deeper realities and aims at reaching to vote banks in Kerala politics for the left in the run-up to the next assembly elections? Remember, the context is not just in Wayanad. Joining us this evening is K.A. Johnny, senior news editor of Mathrubhumi, who follows Kerala politics very closely, especially in that region that's there. Also with me is NDTV's Uma Sudhir, who's tracking Kerala very closely. We hope to be joined by former CPIM Rajya Sabha MP C.P. Narayanan in a bit from now. But first to you, Johnny, explain to us, given the fact that support of the Jamaat and the influence of the Jamaat is a widely known fact in Kerala, explain to us the context of Pinarayi Vijayan's statement and how it sort of indicates the vote bank requirements of both sides in Kerala.
Yeah, I think the move could be seen as a very well calculated and well organized one on the part of the CM and CPM. Because last Lok Sabha election saw, the victory of BJP in Thrissur Lok Sabha constituency. It really rattled not only the LDF, the Left Democratic Front, but the United Democratic Front as well. So the message that emanated from Thrissur Lok Sabha constituency was something, shocking as far as the left was concerned. So I think the left, especially CPM, they think that the core vote bank of CPM, the party, that we know that formed the Hindu community forms the core vote bank of CPM in Kerala. So the party may have some apprehensions that if they don't take on the minority communal elements, maybe their core vote bank may be affected. So I think this is a very well calculated move to cater to the majority vote and to maintain and nourish and nurture their core vote bank. And we should also consider the entry of Priyanka Gandhi in Wayanad Lok Sabha constituency. With the entry of Priyanka Gandhi into Kerala, I think there is a feeling that the minority votes would be consolidated in favor of Congress and UDF. So on the one hand, BJP is eating into the core vote bank of the CPF. For example, in the last Lok Sabha election, in almost 11 assembly constituencies, BJP came first, and in 9 constituencies they came second, and in another 10 constituencies they have a very good strength. So almost 30 constituencies BJP can be very crucial. So that means CPM has to look into their own strategy. They have to have a rethinking on it, and they have to form some concrete strategy that will really target the electoral politics in Kerala.
Right, that's a very important point that you're making. Uma, we've seen the Sabrimala controversy, Pinarayi Vijayan taking a very strong stand. Do you believe that this is an indication of what we are more likely to see from the left as we head into the assembly elections in 2026? It's still time away, but consolidating its Hindu vote bank would be top on the priority of the left, and would this statement be seen as an indication of that effort?
Veera, before we get to the assembly election, we must talk about Wayanad itself, because Wayanad's 7 assembly constituencies, if you were to see, 4 of them are outside of the Wayanad district, and the kind of demographics that you see in those 4 assembly constituencies which are outside of the Wayanad district, 3 of them in Malappuram and 1 of them in Kozhikode, they make the demographics very interesting, because of which in Wayanad you have a 45% Muslim vote, 45.5% Muslim vote, 12.5% Christian vote, and only a 41% vote of the Hindu community there, and therefore it is in favor of the Muslim community. And that's why we saw BJP spokesperson, in fact Radhika Kher, even asking why the Congress party, given that it talks about being secular in a constituency like Wayanad, why did they choose to field Priyanka and not any Muslim candidate after, you know, the by-elections were announced? So that question was raised by them. Right now, coming back to the consolidation that Mr. Johnny also spoke about, there is the BJP candidate in the frame, Navya Haridas is there. There is a CPI candidate, Satyan Mukheri, and of course Priyanka Gandhi, and therefore the consolidation of the Hindu vote, if the BJP is going to attempt, it is the CPI also which is in the fray there, and that's the reason why Pinarayi Vijayan has spoken about the backing of the Jamaat-e-Islami that the Congress is getting there. That's what he alleges, that they are giving with the, working there with the backing of the Jamaat-e-Islami, which perhaps will be very critical in a constituency where you have a 45% Muslim voter base as well. And yes,
Right.
of course, this is going to be, in a sense, it is a precursor to the assembly elections that we are talking about, and therefore, in a state like Kerala, where the demographics is very interesting in the Hindu-Muslim Christian population vote, the consolidation of the Hindu vote will be very critical, and that's why we are seeing the kind of comments that are coming in the run-up to the by-election now. Back to you.
We are seeing that kind of comments that you're seeing. And the reason why I want to go beyond Wayanad, and correct me if I'm wrong, Johnny, is that Wayanad is seen as a foregone contest, right? Wayanad is seen as this Congress bastion where there is very little challenge per se. And we've discussed about this further earlier as well. In terms of going forward, and as I try to wait for Mr. C.P. Narayanan, we are trying to get through to him on the phone line. We seem to be having some connectivity issues there. Johnny, as this plays out, do you believe that there is then going to be certain constituencies in Kerala where it's likely to become a serious three-way fight instead of the direct face-off that one has seen? And this is the new realities of Kerala politics, where there's going to be a certain three-way fight, at least in certain pockets of the state.
In fact, I didn't get you. I think there was some signal issue. There was some problem with the connectivity. So could you please repeat the question? Hello?
No, I was asking you if this is a reflection of times to come in Kerala, where it is likely to be a three-way fight in certain pockets, strong pockets at least.
Yeah, I think we could perceive this as as you pointed out, there is a reflection of that point. But another factor is that CPM has a feeling that there is an anti-incumbency feeling amongst the people in Kerala. So the Pinarayi government, the government led by Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan. So the people have some sort of an anti-incumbency feeling amidst them. And in order to surpass that anti-incumbency feeling, maybe CPM is having this rethinking that they should divert the attention, from
Right.
some of the realities that are, that maybe they see that it is a biting reality that this anti-incumbency factor may affect the by-elections in these three constituencies, one in Wayanad Lok Sabha and the other in
And it's a
Palakkad
two-term-
Assembly, and there is Chelakara constituency. Chelakara is, in fact, I think it has been, you see, for the last 28 years, from 1996 onwards, Chelakara has been with the CPM only. No other party candidate has won from Chelakara. So, in fact, they are concentrating
Right.
all their resources in Chelakara because they want to retain Chelakara at any cost. If they come with any setback there in Chelakara,
Right.
that will rattle the morale of the CPM cadre. So they want.
It'll be very interesting to watch those. It will be very interesting, Johnny, to watch all this, all the developments there, especially in the context, as you mentioned at the outset, of Wayanad and Priyanka Gandhi's entry into Kerala.